All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going on an absolutely incredible journey. We're following the story of one single food that has literally shaped civilizations, defined entire cultures, and still feeds billions of us every single day. We are talking about the amazing story of rice.
But first, to really get a sense of just how big this is, let me ask you a question. Just think for a second. What single food do you think provides the main source of energy for almost half the people on Earth?
You guessed it, it's rice. And it's so much more than just a simple side dish. For billions, it is the foundation of their diet, their economy, their entire way of life. So to really get it, we need to go back, way back to where it all started.
To understand why rice is so important today, we've got to travel back in time. And this isn't just a story about agriculture. This is one of the very first chapters in the story of human civilization itself.
Yep, you're seeing that right. The story of rice kicks off roughly 10,000 years ago. I mean, that's long before most of recorded history. It's one of our oldest, most important achievements as a species.
Just think of it like a quiet, slow-motion takeover of the planet, all starting from this one spot in China's Yangtze River basin. From there, it just spread like wildfire all across Asia, wherever it could find the right, wet conditions to grow. And eventually, it crossed oceans and became a fundamental part of diets everywhere, from Africa to the Americas.
Okay, so now let's zoom in from that massive global map all the way down to a country where rice isn't just food, it's the very soul of the culture. We're talking about Thailand. Here, the relationship with this grain is on a whole other level. This quote right here, it just perfectly captures the feeling. Especially in a region like Isan in the northeast, farming rice is nothing short of an art form. The Thai word pranit says it all. It means this process is done with meticulous care, with precision, with a deep, deep sense of cultural respect. And this entire process, it's this beautiful cycle of knowledge that's been passed down for generations. It starts with choosing the absolute perfect seeds. Then, each tiny seedling is transplanted by hand. After months of nurturing the crop, the golden grain is finally harvested and milled. Every single step is just steeped in tradition.
Now, after the harvest, there's a really key decision to be made. That familiar white rice we all know, or khao, is polished. And that polishing process actually strips away the most nutritious parts, the bran and the germ. But the other option, brown rice, or khao, keeps all that good stuff intact. It's a pretty simple difference in processing, but it makes a huge difference for your health.
But rice doesn't always stay a grain. Its magic is in its versatility. So the big question is, how does this simple seed transform into this incredible world of noodles?
So what even is a noodle? Well, the concept itself is pretty simple. You make a dough, you roll it flat, you cut it into strips. But its origins are ancient. And many historians trace the very first noodles all the way back to China, which creates this fascinating link between the birthplace of rice and one of its most famous creations.
And noodles are so much more than just food. They carry this deep symbolic meaning. In Thai Chinese culture, for instance, eating long noodles like mee sua, especially at a celebration, is a wish for a long, healthy, prosperous life. Seriously, the longer the noodle, the better the wish.
And in Thailand, that simple noodle concept has just completely exploded into a universe of unique regional dishes. And every single one tells a story about where it comes from. I mean, the regional variety here is just incredible. You go up north, you'll find Khao Soi with its rich curry base that was influenced by old trade routes. Then head over to the northeast, to Isan, and you'll get Khanom Jeen noodles that are basically a vehicle for all these intense, amazing sauces. And in a place like Karat, the flavor profile shifts again to that unique sweet and sour tamarind of pad mee Karat.
So let's take a closer look at a global superstar, Khao Soi. The magic here is all in the mix of textures and flavors. You've got these soft noodles swimming in a fragrant, rich curry broth, and then it's topped with a nest of crispy fried noodles for an amazing crunch. Then you get to add your own condiments, that tangy pickled mustard green, sharp red onions, and a bright squeeze of lime to cut through all that richness. It is a masterpiece in a bowl. What an incredible story, right? From a simple grain to these complex, culturally rich dishes. But the story isn't over. The final chapter of our journey looks at how this ancient food is changing yet again, this time to meet the demands of our modern world. So we all love noodles. They're a global comfort food, no question. But in this age of health consciousness, their main ingredient kind of presents a challenge. So what's the problem?
Well, here's the dilemma. Traditional noodles, whether they're from rice or wheat, are packed with carbs, which our bodies turn into sugar. And eating too many can lead to some serious health issues down the line. So in response, we're seeing this new wave of food innovation. These modern alternatives made from things like cognac root, or buck, or even seaweed, Khao, give you that noodle experience, but with low calories and high fiber.
And this really gets to the heart of it all. This reinvention of the noodle isn't just a one-off thing. It is a perfect example of a massive global shift, where what we, the consumers, want, healthier choices, is driving incredible innovation and transforming even our most traditional and beloved foods.
So from a wild grass in a river valley to a global staple, from a simple grain to 1,000 different kinds of noodles, and now to a canvas for health innovation, rice has proven time and time again its incredible ability to adapt right along with us. Which leaves us with one final, fascinating question. What on earth will it become next?